hotel in Vegas. And Travis, remind me the location where you are again.
I'm just outside of Denver, so not too far from Vegas, halfway between where you're at and Vegas.
Yeah, so we had a neat little gathering last week with probably about 20 or so people from the Las Vegas at the Las Vegas NAB, National Association of Broadcasters Convention. And it was great to get to meet all of those individuals in person. So that was really fun. So next year we're going to take all of you with us.
Awesome. Yeah, as one of the
I accept.
As one of the leaders in broadcasting, using Hangouts and Google Plus, what is your take? What's the sentiment of some of your peers out there when it comes to using Google Plus and even Hangouts, which is often the forgotten feature of Google Plus?
Yeah, it varies. Some people who can see the value in connecting with people face to face say that's really neat, and then there are other people on the other side of the fence, newscasters who say, Sarah, I'm already tweeting, Facebooking, doing a whole bunch of things behind the scenes. How can you add another layer? And my argument with that is, well, this allows us to punch through that TV glass and talk with you guys and have a deeper level of connection. And then there are others who say, will it boost our TV ratings? And the answer to that is it hasn't yet for ours, and we don't know what the future holds as far as, this being a ratings winner. But I think you have to win anytime that you are talking with your audience face-to-face. It's a closer connection. I mean, Travis, there you are in Denver. You may be, not even in our state, but yet I feel more connected to you just because we are having this conversation, and I'm wondering what those pictures are on your wall. Where did you
vacation in North Carolina?
Okay, so I mean, all of those different ways. For instance, Jeffrey Freeman, who just joined. Hi, Jeffrey. He doesn't live in Missouri, but I know that he's a gardener and that he grows blueberries. Right? Is it blueberries?
One of the things, yeah.
Yeah. So, all those kinds of different interactions. Has this little satellite truck we call Hangouts boosted our reach beyond mid-Missouri? Absolutely. But ratings books do not go beyond mid-Missouri. They only capture what's here in Columbia. So, that's a little bit of a conundrum that we are trying to figure out. Also exploring, doing more content outside of the Missouri so that we are satisfying some of those needs of those viewers. I mean, we're like on the fence in that respect. And we haven't figured it out yet, but by golly, we're going to. And we're going to keep plugging away, and sometimes we do it well and sometimes we don't. But I think that there is value, irregardless of money, irregardless of ratings, with connecting with people in a face-to-face format. This is the first time I could ever remember, since I've been doing this for 20 years, that we've been able to have real-time reaction from people. As we're talking, we are hearing what you're saying.
Right.
We're going to be talking about Trayvon Martin case coming up here in a little bit. We're also going to be talking with Eli Yoakley. Eli, you want to tell people what you're sharing about the Missouri Senate debates, and specifically, where is this happening?
Yeah, so we're doing a series of debates, Secretary of State, Lieutenant Governor, and Senate debate, hosting it at the Tiger Hotel tomorrow afternoon. We're looking forward to it. The Missouri College Republicans are having their statewide convention right here in Columbia. So they asked me to moderate these debates for them, and I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. And so who is going to be there? How many of the candidates have RSVP'd?
All 3 United States Senate candidates are going to be there. Both candidates for Lieutenant Governor are going to be there, and all 3 candidates for Secretary of State.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it, especially...
So it's not just a Senate debate, it's a statewide office debate.
Right.
Okay.
So it's really a pretty big deal, just because it's the first time that the Lieutenant Governor and Secretary of State candidates will be on the same stage debating. And then the Senate race is obviously a huge deal nationally, so there's going to be a lot of attention on that.
As far as what you would like to talk about coming up, Eli, I'll probably ask you what you think the major issues are going to be for statewide office, and also maybe if what those candidates might think about the governor and lieutenant governor running on the same ticket. And does anybody have a state where that happens, where the governor and lieutenant governor runs on the same ticket like president and vice president?
I'm sure they do, obviously, but I just don't know which states.
Yeah, I just wondering if anybody in this Hangout that has that situation or not. But anything else, Eli, that you want me to touch on? It'll be quick. We'll have probably about 1:45.
Well, let's hit on the debates happening, where they're going to happen. And then if we have a second, we can talk about like the state of the race, where they are. Okay.
Sounds good. And Edwin and Anthony just joined us. Hey, gang.
Hello. Good morning.
Good. Edwin, long time no see.
I know. It's been a while. We'll
Are
miss
you on
down
your
over
back
here.
patio or something?
I'm at.
Are you still in Vegas?
I'm in Vegas.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, we're gonna go fishing in a bit, but we're at. Yeah,
in the Bellagio fountain?
In the river. We're at the lake. I think Lake Mead. I think. Yeah.
Oh,
but Philip has. Philip manages an office or a warehouse, and we had to stop by to do some stuff. But I thought I'd jump on that Hangout for a bit.
Great. Well, I am glad that you did. It was thanks for everything this weekend, Edwin. He was also at the Las Vegas. How many do you think we had? Do you think, like collectively? I know we never got all of us together in a picture, but how many were up there on that helipad? Like 25, 30?
Yeah, about 25 or 30, something like that. It was over 20, that's for sure.
Okay, so so I guess we've had. Would you say there's maybe closer to 30?
Probably closer to 30. Yeah, probably about 30. Yeah, from Miami to Australia. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, really. It was funny to get your GChat communications at like 3 in the morning to see what you guys sounded like you were having a blast.
Oh, I think I slept like 3 hours every night.
I know. I would wake up and like at 8 in the morning and like just an hour ago or something like you're like, I'm going here.
Yeah, meet us in the newsroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great time. Well, glad you. Next time, everybody else in this room should come down.
Absolutely, and they've already released the dates. It's April 13th, I think, through the 17th of 2003. Chad, are you writing that down?
No, I'm trying to coach Travis through using the IRC commands.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. Hey,
I'm going next year, by the way.
Yes, you are, if we have to pack you in a suitcase. You also need to take your buff wife with us. I saw that picture that she posted.
That's my
that
girl.
Looks awesome. Are you doing that as well?
She's the one with all the strength there. I'll get involved in this next round.
Yeah.
She's going through the whole thing a second time here soon.
So this is Insanity, if you guys have ever heard of that workout.
Less than 2 minutes.
How does that, Chad, tell them a little bit how that works.
It's a 60-day program where it just completely wears you out. It's anywhere from 50-minute to an hour and 15-minute workouts. Your body's moving in weird ways and doing crazy stuff. It's just insanely hard, hence the name. She graduated from the program after 60 days of having 4 kids and chaotic life and everything else going on around her, just committing to doing this. And she posted a picture of like the finished product on Twitter.
And she looks good, I'm just going to tell you. She looks really good.
I'm not going to disagree with you there. Sean T., the trainer from the workout series, retweeted her post to his 50,000 followers.
Wow.
So she was just elated about that. Oh, Sarah, I did notice that the post about the NAB talk was, the one that you posted was public. So I went ahead and did the post that I was asking about.
Say that again, Chad. Sorry, she was talking to me.
I had sent you an email asking if I could share the video of that NAB.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thing.
Sorry, my inbox. I've got.
Oh no, I know. Thinking of that, I checked the distribution of your post talking about it, and since it was public, I went ahead and I posted it to the group I was looking for. Hopefully, we can encourage the Katie Courics of the world to start following in your footsteps. That's the goal.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many others do it as well. And by the way, starting next week, our newscast happens at noon. So hopefully that'll be a more convenient hour for everybody. Noon Central is when that is.
Stand by for 8B.
Okay, we are live. A bond hearing this morning for the man charged with killing Trayvon Martin. Will George Zimmerman get out on bail? Head on News, a Missouri Senate debate this weekend, including other statewide offices, where to find cheap children's clothes in mid-Missouri, and later our local music mix features the Stone Throwers of Columbia.
And we'll have dry skies this afternoon, but temperatures are going to be much cooler.
And you thought your dog had talent? Check out this double Dutch jumping dog. Okay, gang. Stand by. You guys can wave, you can smile, you can hold up a sign, whatever you would like to do, and I'll punch around through the thumbnails there.
Am I open?
Here we go. Hey gang, and welcome to our Cyber Couch. It is Friday. You all made it. We are so glad to have all of you joining us here today from mid-Missouri and all around the world. Hey gang, and welcome to You News. Before we get to our top stories, we want to know what's news to you. A lot of people are talking about the George Zimmerman case. That bond hearing was just this morning. Travis Campbell was sharing his sentiment with us just before the show began. We want to know what you hear about his bond being set today, so you can live chat right now, going on in a variety of places, Facebook, Twitter. You can join our Hangout as well and tell us in person via Google+. And a reminder to watch KOMU8 News at noon. That starts on Monday. And now let's head to our top stories today. Earth Day celebrations taking place this weekend, but some got an early start at the state capitol today. KOMU8's Kristen James joins us now live from Jefferson City with what's going on right now.
Yes, generally we have conversations in the background. It's not too disruptive. When Sarah starts talking, often we kind of pay attention to what she's saying there because she might be leading to a hangout. So
Right.
try and pay attention to it, but Sarah's very good about dealing with multiple voices in her head. In addition to the ones that are just always there.
But when we talk, it's not going on the air unless she...
That's correct. We're not on the air. They have excellent engineers over there flipping that switch so we don't end up talking. Now, we are being streamed in the background
Visually.
on the streaming page where people can hear our conversation. So we always keep our FCC rules in mind there.
A Florida judge has set bail for George Zimmerman at $150,000. Zimmerman is being charged with second-degree murder for the shooting death of Trayvon Martin. Conditions for his bond include no weapons, alcohol, or drugs. He will have a curfew, and he will also be required to wear a GPS tracking device. He will not be released today, however. Before the judge granted jail time, Zimmerman took the stand and he apologized to Martin's parents. Rosie?
All right, thanks, Sarah. Now, we've had a fair amount of weather activity over the last 12 hours. A rain system did move through mid-Missouri. Not only
Has to be the leading characters, Travis.
Some light hail in there as well about Keyside. Now, temperatures at this time in the morning.
I like that you're mixing it up. You're trying new things. You're not afraid of the keyboard. That's good news.
Cool down our temperatures, even heading into the 11 a.m. hour. For the most part, we're still into the upper 40s. Now, this afternoon, we should top out into the upper 50s. We're going to break up.
Hey, Chad, are you doing the insanity as well?
The only other issue is that we're going to...
Erin's doing it right now. Erin just finished it. She's starting the second round. I might get involved in that, but mainly I need to focus on my training for the muck
right now, Ronald Eversley says, he's getting a new trial, might even walk. So he's reacting to what just happened with that bond hearing today with George Zimmerman. Doctors and first responders get a lot of credit for saving lives, but today organ donors are being honored for the life-saving sacrifices. University of Missouri Healthcare and Midwest Transplant Network, along with Heartland Lions Eye Banks, will honor organ donors and recipients at a special ceremony. The event is at noon on Mizzou's campus and is also celebrating the 40th anniversary of the renal transplant program that's going on. That's at University Hospital. A lot of action in the state Senate. A bill passed allowing charter schools throughout the state of Missouri. That bill would also allow charter schools in any unaccredited school district. Accredited districts could have them too, but only if the school board agrees to sponsor it. State law currently restricts charter schools to St. Louis and Kansas City. Okay, Eli, coming up to you here in a second.
Okay, great.
And if everybody but Eli could mute, unless you have something that you'd like to weigh in about the Missouri Senate debate this weekend. Also, the Senate passed 3 child protection bills, including one creating Sam Pratt's law that would prevent child care providers from continuing to offer their services if they face child abuse or neglect charges. All of the bills still need to go through the Missouri House. You can find the full text for all of them. That's on our website at KONU.com. We have a Missouri Senate debate that's coming up this weekend in Columbia. It's not just a Senate debate, but it's a state with all of the statewide office holders. Eli Yoakley from politicmo.com joins us now. You are moderating that debate. What are going to be some of the big issues, you think, with the race for statewide offices?
Well, there are a lot of big issues in the Senate race. This is one of the closest watch races in the country. We're going to talk about all sorts of things, from national security to education issues to what we're going to do about this huge debt the government has. We also have a Secretary of State debate. One of the big issues in that race is voter ID. It's a very controversial issue in this state, and we're going to be talking to those candidates about that. We're also talking to the candidates for Lieutenant Governor. That's going to be a very interesting debate. Peter Kinder has a real challenge on his hands, and we're looking forward to talking to both candidates about where they are in that race.
Maybe asking them what they think about the Lieutenant Governor and the Governor on the same ticket, huh?
Sure. Yeah, that's something that Brad Lager, one of the candidates, is really pushing. And so whenever we have all of these candidates in the Tiger Hotel downtown tomorrow afternoon, we're really looking forward to talking to them about this.
All right, so the Tiger Hotel downtown tomorrow afternoon. This is open to the general public. Do you need tickets or anything like that to get in?
You can just show up. It's open to the public. The Secretary of State candidates start at 2 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, we've got the Lieutenant Governor candidates on stage, and at 4 o'clock, we're going to have all 3 United States Senate candidates, Republicans, which is going to be a really big show, and we're really looking forward to it.
All right, Eli Yoakley of politicmo.com. Good luck on moderating that statewide office debate tomorrow. Thanks for keeping us informed, fella.
Great to be here.
All right. There's an app for just about anything nowadays. Coming up on U News, a look at the latest apps that take social networking to a brand new level. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Good job.
Yeah. So Travis, in regards, let's just continue that conversation about Trayvon Martin. When you first saw how much it was, the bail, did you think that was high, low, about right?
I mean, I don't...
And actually, you're muted, Travis. Sorry, you're muted. If you could unmute, that'd be great.
You should be able to hear me now, no?
You're muted again.
We're playing... You're not muted?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay. So I don't claim to be an expert on the case, but it seemed about right, given the allegations and the gravity of the crime. But I don't have a ton of knowledge on the case itself. I just know that it's created a bit of controversy, to say the least. And again, as I said earlier, my hope is that the court of public opinion isn't what determines the outcome of this.
This is your red carpet report.
Yeah. Anybody else? Were they surprised at the amount?
I thought it was very fair, personally, mainly because of the fact that he knew he had been arrested for quite some time and didn't try and run, so it really wasn't a flight risk by my eyes. So that and the fact that he was clearly in an altercation, so it seemed like it could be justified. And the amount is fairly low, but the fact that he wasn't a flight risk seemed reasonable to me.
I think the amount was fair and probably right, but in this kind of situation, you're still going to have a firestorm about it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fallout to hear about.
Yeah.
How much was it?
150,000.
Yeah, 150,000. And he has a curfew, and he won't get out today. I think they said it'd be later. So, hey, and also, Chad, thank you again. I was talking to Michelle, and it sounds like your endeavor last week turned into a lengthy ordeal, so I appreciate.
Oh no, that was a lot of fun. I loved it.
Good. Yeah. Okay, and what's her last name?
I'm sorry?
Modrell. Oh, I got her. Yeah, I got her right here. Yep.
15 seconds out.
Uh-huh. And I will do it here.
Jeffrey,
Stand by for stops.
YouTube is replete with anchors mispronouncing things that show up on the teleprompter or saying something that they didn't expect to say because they weren't familiar with what was going to show up. So it is always nice to be able to go through that script and not become famous for that.
Well, I figure it would be hard to actually read from the script while you're trying to say it on TV. I can understand reading it beforehand or having it as notes, but to read from it, it would seem difficult if you're trying to pay attention to the camera.
We love that local music. Keep that local music coming. We're going to be airing some more of that in our new newscast as well. That was the Stone Throwers of Columbia. The latest apps let you take social networking to a whole new level. Here's PC Mike Wendland taking a look at face-to-face apps. We don't need face-to-face apps, though, do we? Because we have our very own face-to-face app. Am I going to another studio?
You are indeed. A minute and a half, less than now.
Okay, I just... Okay. All right, I'll be back. Be right back, guys.
Okay.
Oh.
For IFBN. So, hey, Sarah, we definitely need
Hello?
to do a birthday on this one.
Oh, Rosie's birthday. Yeah, you were just mentioning that, huh?
We definitely have to drag her in on camera and say happy.
First live news hangout, all singing happy birthday to Rosie.
I love it. I love it. I'm sure Rosie's not.
I don't think I'd torture anyone with my singing voice in a hangout this morning. We might work it out.
Yeah. It can't be as bad as mine.
Yeah, the synchronized response to going to Vegas was classic.
That was yes! And when she asked you, are you writing that down? Who was writing it down? Yeah, this is right here.
When I kept talking to my wife about how cool it was that all these guys were going out there and they were hanging out and they were on the helo pad and going to the events and the exhibition hall and everything. Why didn't you go? And it just dug at me that I. She's just being nice. I mean, we do have 4 kids and chaos in our lives. Now is not the time for the dad to disappear for 3 or 4 days. But nice of her to put it out there as an option. And next year, everybody will be a little more grown, and it'll be a little easier to coordinate this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I saw some great things coming from Kempton and Michael Tucker. That's just incredible, the amount of technology that I was seeing getting pushed across. And, like, wow, 1 minute we're doing one thing, and the next it's like a totally different spectrum.
Hey, Amy, what's going on? You're muted.
Can't hear ya.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Danielle Carter, and this is your
nothing.
Red Carpet Report. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I told you about how production for the Hunger Games sequel Catching Fire had halted. Director Gary Ross
On a mobile or a laptop?
However, Lionsgate has finally moved forward.
Can't hear you. If you have a keyboard, do Control-D, and it should unmute you.
Lawrence is known for directing Constantine, Water for Elephants, and I Am Legend. Supposedly, the choice came down
There you go.
to Lawrence and Bennett Miller. They chose Lawrence thanks to his rather empty schedule, since Miller's
Audio's a
already
little low, but I think that's
the
because
project.
or the Red Carpet Report.
In the light of Brangelina's engagement, yet another celebrity couple has surfaced. Jason Segel and Michelle Williams went public Wednesday night at the premiere of Segel's newest movie, The 5-Year Engagement. Williams wasn't on the red carpet, but she snuck into the theater to join Segel, and then they went to an after party together. The couple shared a few pictures at the after party at the Museum of Modern Art. Although he wasn't necessarily referencing Williams, Segel said in an interview that the next big leap in the marriage seems like a natural step. Can't wait to see where this relationship goes. Well, you've probably heard a little bit about the recent Ted Nugent controversy. But in case
Amy, do you have your chat open?
Ted Nugent came under fire because of a lot of remarks aimed at President Barack Obama. Nugent was even investigated by the Secret Service. However, Nugent is good to go. Met with agents yesterday in Oklahoma, where they concluded Nugent did not threaten anybody with violence. Nugent's remarks included a comment where he said himself, quote, he himself will either be dead or in jail if the president is reelected. Nugent has endorsed Mitt Romney for president, but now some Democrats have called on Romney to distance himself from the hotheaded Nugent. And that's it for your Red Carpet Report.
Sounds great. And coming up, we're going to talk about where to find some cheap children's clothes in Missouri. But first, this next video is of a dog named Geronimo, named Mo, actually. It came from a pound in Missouri when her owner was traveling through. Now she's learned some very new tricks and is taking our show on the road. Check out this video of Mo doing some double Dutch jump rope tricks.
Nugent, from what I understand, actually had a barbecue for the Secret Service when they came out to interview.
That is hilarious. That's awesome.
And you know he probably killed everything they ate.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Amy, how are you?
I am great. Thanks, Sarah.
Great. Your microphone is very low, so when we talk with you, if you can turn your webcam down a little bit, that we could see more of your. There you go. You got it. And if you can take a step to your right. Yeah. And
come in a little closer.
Yeah. If you can, sorry, can you tilt it up just a little bit so we can see more of your head? That's perfect. Perfect.
Now let's hear your voice when you're closer.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sarah.
No, that's good.
Very good.
Yeah, and we'll just have you. The gain will naturally improve as you start talking. If the Hangout gods usually auto gained. But if you can talk loudly, that would be great.
My best to do that.
Okay, and we can also pump you up in the control room as well. So basically, we're talking about cheap children's clothes, correct?
Inexpensive, yes.
Inexpensive, and where are some of the different places besides Children's Orchard? I mean, obviously that's a destination as well, but where are some of the places that you're going to be talking about?
Well, we are talking about Children's Orchard.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear that last. So what advice would you give to parents in this day and age in order to, make their clothes have a little bit of longevity? Because, a 6-month-old is out of them like that.
That is very true. Main thing is, keep your spray and wash or out or whatever handy.
Hi, Jessica Smith. Can you hear me? Sorry, Amy, just a second. Can you hear me, Jessica?
Make sure they don't sit for long. Get them freshly laundered.
Okay, I hear you too, Jessica. Sorry, they were doing a live report from the Ferguson trial, and they were doing a phoner, and they needed to make sure that she could hear me on my microphone. So my apologies for interrupting there. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And what other tips could you give parents?
As far as what they could sell, or?
No, as far as saving money when it comes to children's clothes.
Well, saving money, definitely. Shopping resale is a great way to do it. Garage sales are good, but here, things are going to be clean. They're going to be in like new condition. Absolutely no refalls, those kinds of things.
Sounds good. We will come up here. We're about a minute away.
Okay.
And is it Modrell?
Yes, correct.
Okay, stand by, and if everybody could mute but Amy, that would be great. Finding a good deal on children's clothes. It is easier said than done. Believe me, I know. I have a 16 and 14-year-old. Let me tell you, sometimes I wish that there were more opportunities to buy teenage children's clothes, but especially with children's clothes on the resale level. Amy Modrell Miller joins us now. Thanks so much for being here today. What advice most would you give parents in order to how to save money? I mean, you have a 6-month-old, and sometimes that 6-month-old with their onesie, they have grown out of it, in a matter of weeks, and you're left there with all of these cute little jackets and shoes, and it can be a real money sucker.
That is for sure. You know, one of the main thing is you don't want to store things too long, especially in those infant sizes. Number one, it'll take up a lot of your storage space very quickly, but you also want to get those things sold while they're still in like new condition. You can go to any of the resale stores around town. Most of them will do some kind of a cash or consignment kind of situation for selling your items, and then at least here you can then turn around and find some great quality items at up to 80% off the actual retail prices on those things.
So when it comes to condition, because we all know that kids are hard on their clothes, you know, say it has a pull on it, or say it has you know, a scratch on one of the shoes, do they have to be in perfect condition?
Here at our store, they for the most part do. You know, shoes with scuffs just really don't sell very well. We try to have a very high standard here to where people that come in and shop know they literally are going to be getting things that are just like you would get at the retail stores like Walmart or Macy's, Gap.
Mm-hmm. And then if you're not able to accept that clothing, do you have the option then to donate that somewhere?
We sure do. Unfortunately, right this second, we don't have a tax receipt set up, but we can donate those things for you. Right now, all those items would go to the American Cancer Society, and they use those for the Relay for Life rummage sales that they do. So,
all right. Amy Modrell Miller of Children's Orchard. Tell people again where you're located.
We are at 3906 Peachtree Drive, which is just off of Providence on Nipong, behind the Break Time and Jiffy Lube.
All right, Amy, good luck with that. Thanks for sharing with us your expertise for saving some money. Now, for our video virus, it is an adorable game of chase at the Philadelphia Zoo. KMUA's Megan No is at the social media desk with a look at some otters and their newest playmate. Nice job, Amy. I'm glad you were able to join us. Earlier, we didn't have you, your link. It was a different one, so I'm glad we were able to get you on.
Yeah, good job, Amy.
Are we done now?
We are done. Absolutely. You're welcome to hang out if you'd like, or you can go whatever works for you. And Chad, I was listening you talk to her. I didn't know that Control D unmuted your mic.
It'll mute or unmute.
Never knew that either.
You are handy, fella.
I thank you, and if you ever want to hang out, let me know.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, take care. Yeah, we frequent that place.
Yeah, I did with my kids as well. I mean, because you have these all this brand new stuff, you know.
We're lucky with the twins. One of them's a little more hefty than the other, so poor little Micah still gets hand-me-downs, even though they're only recently used.
Yeah, now I wear my daughter's hand-me-downs, which is nice. They pull it up in the back. All right, thanks a lot. Hey, in our Caption It contest today, it isn't your birthday today.
It is my birthday. Thanks for saying something.
About that, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day today.
Maybe I could go enjoy some Andes
for
my birthday.
I think you should. You know why? Because our Caption It contest today has to do with Andes. But Jackie Branscombe of Columbia, she shared this photo of a chocolate mustache moments outside of Andes. And Jennifer Kanapi Baker says, chocolate? I wasn't eating chocolate. I have no idea what you're talking about.
And Christy Hargis says, you promised not to tell Mom and Dad if I brought you to get ice cream.
And Sarah Bianco says, look, dude, I may be small, but I've been doing the P90X for 90 days, and I'm so ripped that you won't even see it coming back off.
And Jonathan Yiki says, I hope that's chocolate. I'm going to go ahead and guess yes, she is at Andes.
That's right. Hey, if you have a photo you'd like us to caption, upload it to the U-News Tampa website. The photo with the most likes, who knows? Rosie and I might buy you ice cream.
That's true.
You never know. Hey, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back in a moment. How many years young are you?
24.
20. She's 24. That is awesome.
I feel like I'm 50. Like
you feel like you're 50. You do not look like you're 50. Hey, come here, Rosie. Come over here.
Oh, sorry. Wait, at the Hangout?
She says she looks like 50. Hello.
Yeah, I feel way. Like
oh, you're ridiculous.
Sounds good.
I had no idea she was younger than me.
How old are you, Tyler?
Old enough to know better.
We missed you this week.
I know. I wanted
You were
to
there
come.
in spirit, as was all the rest of you as well. But I was thinking that you might be able to pull a rabbit out of a hat there at the last second.
Yeah.
And make it. Are we coming back out to the live shot?
Next year.
No, to goddamn menu is what my understanding.
Okay. And
I mean, you're tossing to her.
okay.
Going to have to charter a
Ryan
gyrocopter
Ferguson
or
first.
something for us all to fly out next year.
I think we should get a private jet.
Write it off as a business expense.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ryan Ferguson's evidentiary hearing just wrapped up. So I don't know how long it's going to take him to decide.
It seems like that's just
Okay.
been going on forever.
And that's first, right? Okay. And then Earth Day, or is Earth Day not after that? We just have one live shot here at the end.
I see Travis admiring the giant touchscreen.
I know. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my 12-year-old's hiding next to me, and he's admiring it as well.
I know. It's like a giant iPad. It's really quite fun. It's not fun when
what we're doing.
Yeah,
30
come
seconds
on.
out.
Ferguson?
Boner.
Got it. Gotcha. And it's Jesse Smith on the phone?
Yes, that were,
Okay.
that's correct.
Sounds good.
Jessica.
Yeah, it's a 50-inch monitor, so we can
Stand by.
pull and pull websites, push and pull websites, which is kind of fun.
5 seconds.
Ryan Ferguson's evidentiary hearing wrapped up just moments ago. KLMH Jessica Smith joins us now live via the phone from the Cole County Courthouse. Jessica, what can you tell us?
Tyler, do you watch the chat on the stream?
I actually multitask and watch both at the same time, TV, and that's why if you see my eyes go really white, it's because I'm looking up.
I have trouble keeping track of all the different places where people can comment.
Yeah.
Need to consolidate those and it won't play somehow. Need to get more reads.
Yeah, I wanted to hear what Jessie had to say, so kind of interesting to actually hear her.
All right, Jessica, thanks a lot. Rosie?
Thanks, Sarah. Folks, let's talk a little bit about what's happening with your weather today. We had a cold front that moved through the area in the overnight hours, which means today we're going to be much cooler overall than we were yesterday, topping out at a high of 57 degrees. But the good news is we should see a bit of sunshine by the afternoon hours. We are going to have a breezy northerly wind, though, at 15 to 25 miles an hour, so it's going to feel a little bit chilly out there. And then tonight in the overnight hours, we're going to be dropping back down into the upper 30s. It's going to be a cool one, but the good news is we'll be warming up not only tomorrow, but into the weekend.
All right, I want to wave to everyone on our Cyber Couch and our Google Plus Hangout today. We so appreciate all of you joining us there today. Before we go, we have music from the Stone Throwers. This is It's All About You. Access Hollywood is next. We hope that you will tune in on Monday, where our new newscast starts. Here's to you.
Now do I move this out? And did they go in? Did she go in? Or is that it? 30 seconds by the way? Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Try to wedge into the shot.
Great job.
You guys were on the very last technically branded U-News newscast. So there you go.
I got first and last.
That's right. The first and hey, yes, yeah. There you go. There you go. But again, we start up again at noon. It's the same format essentially, but it's packaged differently as far as it's packaged in a way with our regular news graphics to look like one of our other regular newscasts. So we hope that you'll swing back in. And
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
I hit a milestone recently.
What was that?
I just went over 10,000 circlers, so I'm hot on your heels.
Woo-hoo! Hey, that's awesome.
Only about 910,000 more, and I'll be closing in on you, Sarah.
There you go. So if you guys had to estimate how many people you've hung out with, I'm writing a blog, and I went through and calculated about how many people in the last, 7 months or so I've hung out with. How many do you think it would be? I'm closing in on 10,000. I'm going to write a little bit about that, but I was talking with someone the other day about like follower numbers and how follower numbers really don't mean anything.
No.
Because it's all about, the engagement and who you engage with. I mean, there are people who have millions of followers, but not a whole heck of a lot of engagement. And there are some people who have, 1,000 followers and are super, super engaged. But I was visiting with someone that if it wouldn't be more accurate for people to put a Hangout count, like, you know what I mean, how many people they've hung out with as a level of engagement as opposed to how many followers. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
I think that'd be an interesting metric to track, and Hangout is, at least in my opinion, like the ultimate form of engaging on the platform. Instead of having like somebody like Ashton Kutcher talking about what he had for breakfast, showing up and talking to somebody face to face is a lot more worthy, I think.
Yeah. It's interesting, at the conference in Vegas, they were talking about time spent, that broadcasters are looking to increase the amount of time people spend with their product. And, this is a perfect example. You guys we spent 30 minutes together. You know what I mean?
We spent 42 minutes.
Yeah, and you guys, obviously you guys are able to do other things and multitask as well, but that's another interesting fact, that as far as increasing the amount of time that people spend with the content. So, yeah, happy birthday, Rosie. Take care. 24, so.
24.
Well, good to see you guys. Thank you again for spending your time with me, and I hope to see you again.
Outstanding. We'll see you Monday.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Travis, what's the weather there near Denver?
It is beautiful outside right now. It's sunny. It's about mid-70s, and it looks like it's going to be good for the next 4 or 5 days. So we're a baseball family. We've got a child that does baseball, so we're going to be busy on the fields, having fun doing that. We like the weather. But
we are too.
The big thing here is the wind. You got to be careful with the wind, because it can get really cold after the sun goes down. With that wind, it can be kind of tough this time of year.
Yeah, we're a baseball family too. My son plays baseball for the Rockbridge Bruins here, so we'll. Wonderful.
We're taking our 12-year-old. It looks like we're going to go to Omaha this year for the College World Series. We're going to check that out, and some tournaments around there. So exciting stuff. Hey, just a quick note. It's great. My first time being a part of this. You do a great job. And if you're interested, I'd like to explore. I'll connect with you on Google Plus to see if you'd like to do an interview about how Hangouts is changing the way people can do news in social media. If that's something you're interested in, it would be great for my audience, and hopefully it'll be helpful to you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's chat offline, and let me give you my email address.
Sure.
It's Sarah Hill at KONU. I'll put it in chat. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Not to belabor the point, but I think it's cool that Sarah can ask Travis what the weather's like out there, and Travis is able to turn the camera out to the window and show her what it's like. That's just one of the great benefits here.
This type of engagement, you talk about engagement and measuring Hangouts, and kind of goes way beyond text, beyond audio, beyond pictures. This is real. It's beyond video. It's live, interactive, and I don't know, other than face-to-face, how you can beat that.
Yeah, we once had a snowstorm in our area, and we had the people in our Hangout turn their cameras. So instead of saying, we got 2 inches in Centralia, an inch in whatever, they turned their cameras and were able to show us in St. Louis and the different areas how much they had out their window. So, I mean, it's breaking through that TV glass. That glass is no longer between us.
Right.
So
That's right.
it's kind of fun. I'm still geeked out about it. I know you guys are too, so kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, early adopters. That comes with the territory, I guess.
Yeah, early adopters. It seems like we're old hat though, you know, because we're coming up here on a year. It seems like we've been doing this forever.
Right.
So.
Right.
But,
all right, sir. I got to drop off. Good to visit with you guys.
Yeah,
Have a great
good to see
weekend,
all of you guys.
Have
All
a
right.
good weekend, everyone.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.